Hello everyone, this is going to be me doing a playthrough of Nomifactory. I've been told that some people would find it interesting if I did do it, so I decided why not. This is the Community Edition unofficial version, because the name can't get any more confusing than that. And it is on hard mode, I am fairly certain. And we'll see that in the quest book with no DML and stuff like that. So we will just go ahead and create a world. Make sure all of that's correct. So I'm not going to be doing any like fancy editing or anything like that. I just want this to be kind of a thing I do just to do it, because why not? I'll be messing with audio settings, all the other stuff as time goes on, in order to make sure, oh, don't question this, that I have everything in a setup that isn't totally awful or grating to hear. So yeah, we're gonna start by getting rid of that damn thing, because nobody fucking likes it, and we're gonna go into here. And take this first quest, and the first thing I'm going to do is toss those out, because I don't want them. So yeah, what's probably going to happen is I'm probably going to do a bunch of pauses and unpauses at certain points of the playthrough that I feel like are particularly noteworthy. For this first bit, I'm just going to kind of wander around a bit, have you tag along for a small amount of time. Nothing too interesting is going to happen yet, but there's going to be larger gaps in time later on that are probably more worth cutting for than this first part. So at least for this first part, you get to see that I'm not like cheating shit in, and I'm actually like going through things to get stuff because, you know, why not? We'll have a fun little adventure while we're at it. Get a few things from the buildings. Try and keep this at least somewhat organized. So yeah, this is basically going to be the first few minutes is running around through these places, getting some things that I feel like are particularly helpful. I shouldn't need more than 2 furnaces, and I'll show why at some point. Yeah, so don't expect too much like insane stuff. It's just generally gonna be very standard playthrough, nothing too special. I don't plan on going all out or anything. The main goal is probably going to be the creative RF source. I don't know if... Where... Does it show where the tank was? I don't remember if it shows where you get the tank. I guess it doesn't. I know that it kind of becomes a bit boring at that point, where you gotta just have everything and it's just like sitting there waiting to get the rest of the shit. I might go for vending. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, this was my main goal of looking around. I wanted this thing so I don't like die every 5 seconds. Having traveling is also nice because it means I could just get the fuck out of there. Yeah, I'm gonna look for an area to build real quick, and I will be back then. Okay, so I have found a small little area. As you can see, it's generally not flat, but it's undisturbed in some portions by the city. What the hell? Other than this shit, I don't know what the fuck's up with that. And then back here you can see an 82 asteroid. I think we have applied. Yeah, we would have to. Duh. It's stupid of me to even ask. Right now I've got to solve food, but right behind us is some coal and oil sands. And the oil sands is going to expand on for a bit. I don't think we need oil sands for too much, so I'm just going to kind of leave it undisturbed, because all it really gives us, I think, was... Oh, it gives us regular oil. Okay, well, I can't complain about that. That's actually kind of, nice. This is awful, though. What the... 0.05, it's still shit, but could be worse. But yeah, so I'm going to solve the food problem. I'll have a small base set up here in a minute, and we will take our first mining expedition, which will be hell. Okay, so I've decided to set up a little ways away from there, because there's a bit of grass here. There was a decent amount of gravel, which I'm not done digging. I'll dig the rest of that soon. And generally, it's just a bit of a nicer spot. I'm actually going to place these torches right before it turns night. I'll probably go find some sheep once I can. But yeah, so I got a crafting table. It has the horrible, stupid, really fucking dumb 2 log to 2 flint recipe. But I mean, it's not hard. You just have to sit there and dig gravel, which is like the most annoying thing you could ever do because of stupid drop chances, especially when you don't have the recipe that does 3 gravel to a flint, and instead you have to do the mortar. But yeah, right now goal is to make 2 chests. We'll do that. Oh wait, shit. I actually need more logs if I want to do 2 chests. For the sake of consistency, I'm gonna go for this acacia one. Anyway, after that, I'm gonna go... After this, I'm gonna go back down, I'm gonna make your mom, I'm going to plant a bit of rice, so I have some food going. Hopefully, rice bread will last for at least a little bit. And then after that, it will be time to mine. I'm probably gonna go mine some of the coal over there, and go find some iron. Hopefully in the form of magnetite. I am just going to do this. And yeah, so that's the plan for the near future. It'll be a bit boring, but none of the fun stuff comes immediately. So yeah, I will see you back then. Okay, so small update. Found some pigs, which is nice. I don't have anything to, well, I do have some wood I can probably cook this meat with, which I should probably do before I die, now that I think about it. But yeah, so it's about time I hit the coal mines, die of black lung, and suffer for the rest of eternity. Because mines are a poor place to work in, or at least... No, I think they're still pretty shit. Okay, well, to the coal mines. So I'm just gonna mine a bit of this out. I figured I'd show you some of the digging, at least. Because I know some people like digging. I don't really know why you would enjoy watching someone else dig, but, I mean, hey, to each their own, I guess. You're sitting here watching a person play modded Minecraft instead of playing it yourself. So, I mean, it can't be that far off that some people would like watching people dig massive holes. I mean, I say this, but I've also watched, like, a stupid amount of construction videos for shit I don't understand, so I can't really judge. But yeah, after this coal vein, or at least some of it, because I only have so much inventory, and, like, most of it's now sandstone and cobble and hardly any coal. Probably because most of it's been eaten up by bad world gen. The goal will probably be, because I haven't actually prospected the area, there's the oil sands we saw. There's probably going to be one of these magnetite veins. One of the first few things we need to get is a lot of iron. We don't have to worry almost at all about any copper or... Okay, well, we might have to worry a bit about copper and tin, because there are still some things that require it. Like, the steam grinder is actually kind of nice. Let's see here. says steam production. Where's that one? Now at some point we're gonna get the steam dynamos. I don't know where it's going to have us do, or how it's gonna have us do the steam production. But yeah, also, I probably should have showed this massive hunk of hell. So this is basically all the shit we'll be doing in order to get down to the creative items. We can just click that. Also, I should have been probably clearing... Shit, wrong button. Clearing these just to have them out of the way. Crafting calculator is probably something I'll mess with. It's kind of neat. I kind of like it. I'll get to it when I get to it. There's the thing about ore doubling. That's whatever. I'm already in the Discord. Haha. But yeah, so basically this is our first go. Wrought iron in hard mode is... I hate this so much. It's so bad. It gets better eventually, but like to start it's fucking awful. But yeah, I don't know which quest is supposed to be steam production. Maybe it means steam dynamo and I'm just dumb. Maybe we probably... no, we probably will make it. Either way, point is, we'll get there eventually. The one thing I need to worry about is the steam dynamo. That might actually require... What the hell? Oh, now it shows the thing. Yeah, so that'll require copper, but that's pretty much the most... Oh, and silver, I guess. Citation coil? Red alloy plate, that's copper and redstone. That's gold. Okay, so it'll be a bit annoying. But it could be worse. So basically we need gold, silver, copper, and iron. So tin isn't a thing we really have to worry about. So no worrying about bronze. So the first thing we're going to hit is probably the magnetite vein. We'll get a little gold as a small reward for our efforts. And that'll be that. And then I'll probably also be working on these furnaces. Just to get some amount of smelting up and out of the way. And eventually we'll do better production and probably a full ore processing line because I'm a nerd and like that. But yeah, so I will see you after I have gained some coal, and I will probably start gathering iron. Okay, so, small update. I got a bit of magnetite, a bit of gold, a bit of vanadium magnetite. At some point, vanadium is going to be used for, I think, vanadium steel, which is used for some things, I'm pretty sure. I'd imagine it's used for something. I could be wrong. Maybe it was vanadium gallium that's used for other stuff. It's been a minute, so, you know, I could always be wrong about things, but I was pretty sure vanadium steel was used in something, other than this, whatever the hell it is. It could also just be that it's a good tool, which I wouldn't doubt. It might be the plates that are used in more places, because that tends to be the case, but it's not looking like it. Either way, having vanadium's probably a good idea, because eventually we'll need it anyway, because we'll need it for all of the crafting stuff. So yeah, but that's basically that. Those are still doing coal, although I can probably stop them to do our first round of iron. So the big thing about the quest book is that it will say that we can do wrought iron for tools. As you can see here, it says that you could do wrought iron. It has more durability and is better for making tools. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to save basically all the wrought iron for any recipe that actually requires wrought iron on its own. It'll save me the hassle of waiting forever for the iron nuggets to turn into raw iron just to use it for tools and then it break eventually. And also it's just faster. But yeah, so that's the generally small update, and I will see you again soon, probably after I hit a vein of copper, probably. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Okay, so small update, we have our first bed. I remembered that you could turn string into wool and then wool into the bed and all that. We also have our first pieces of iron, finally. I also did a small amount of looting, so we had some iron from here as well, alongside bronze and emeralds, which... Do emeralds might go into... they go into the numismatic upgrade, right? I think I just saw it on... Yeah, so they go into the numismatic dynamo, and they're the one that makes it so you can use gems instead. It's probably going to be a big source of power for a while. I know that in default Nomifactory, that's like your general like first go at power. But yeah, so I'm actually going to make a few more mining hammers. I actually don't know their recipe. It might use plates. It does use plates. That's a little annoying, but yeah. So actually, I'm gonna also go through making the first hammer. Using durability doesn't matter. It'll still count for the quest later anyway. So just go ahead and do that. Just have a backup because that's gonna run out at some point. And then we can toss those in here. And actually, what I'm going to do now is the reason I said we're only going to pick up 2 of these is so that we can go ahead and just immediately upgrade them to iron, because there's no reason not to, really. It's basically just a free speed upgrade, so we're going to do that. We're going to pull out the rest of the magnetite and probably the gold. We're going to split that, and then yeah, we'll just do a split like that. So we'll just do that and that, and then that and that. So that way we get some more processing a bit quicker. Not much quicker. And yeah, so I'm going to go look for copper now, and I will be back after that. Alright, welcome back. So I have done a small trip. We found basaltic mineral sand, which should smelt to iron. I didn't mine much of it, though. But that also has Fuller's Earth, which might be like a maybe source for silicon at most. The oxygen, yeah, we'll see. Also got chalcopyrite, and for anybody who complains about the pronunciation, let me just... Yeah, here we go. So if you complain about the pronunciation,
chalcopyrite,
go fuck yourself. Anyway, so that's that. That obviously also has pyrite and copper. Pyrite being more iron, and copper being you can read and use your brain. And there was also salt there. Salt will probably be useful eventually, just for maybe sodium. Actually, I don't know if it actually processes down like that. Let's see here. Probably this version does. I think you can just electrolyze it. Yeah, so you'll get sodium and chlorine. Might not be the best way to get either of these. It's the only way I can think of to get sodium at the moment. At least in a very easy manner. Because some of these exist in some form, but I know that doing salt is like, I mean, salt is sodium and chloride. I bet you didn't know that. I know. A revelation. I'm extremely smart, I promise. But yeah, we also have these basically done, so I'm probably going to do like a half stack worth of nuggets and turn that into wrought iron. Yeah, once I'll pull that out actually, and we'll toss those in there and finish those off later. Fun fact: wrought literally means worked or work, so it's worked iron, and it's because you used to like take iron out of a bloomery and smash it with the fucking hammer to beat out the slag. just a fun little fact. I'm probably gonna also smelt down this copper. I hate this word. I'm gonna make copper. Okay, yeah, I know, revolutionary. I'm probably gonna get 2 more furnaces for that. And then turn all those furnaces into copper ones. I'm probably gonna use those furnaces specifically to make like a smelting array in quotes. That just kind of works decently for the early game. I can actually just kind of craft those now. And actually, speaking of that, furnaces also have an annoying recipe with flint and cobblestone, but I'd argue that's less annoying than the crafting table. And at this point, does this count as a stone? It does not. Interesting. Well, I have enough flint to do one at least. What I'm gonna do is make a mortar. First I need 5 of that. Gonna make a mortar, turn all of this into flint. Because flint is more useful than gravel. You could sift it eventually. Like, I don't know. I don't think you'll ever need this much flint for anything, I don't think. Unless you want to, like, make lighters. That'd be funny. Actually, I think silicon dioxide. I mean, that's a way to get silicon. I don't think it's a good way, but it is a way to get silicon. So that's a consideration. It's probably not gonna ever happen though. But yeah, just for now, just having it would be nicer than not having it, especially since I can turn it into more furnaces if I ever want them. So this is gonna be a waste of a mortar, but what a lovely sound. And we'll do that. We'll pick this one up. Go through the same crafting iron furnace gauntlet. And we will grab these like this. I'm actually going to load them like this. We're gonna put coal in that, and then we're gonna split this coal among these two. So that I can just feed the coal right back in, and then we'll have copper in some form to start with. That way, I don't have to think about coal for too much. I mean, it yields 2 per ore. I think that's a good ratio. These I will basically never have to think about until I need to craft them back into ingots. Speaking of which, I'm just gonna fill those. I guess the next mining target would be... Let's think here. Probably silver. Because we're gonna need it eventually. I think this furnace here is a silver furnace. And yes, I'm gonna have to go back and like just pick one of these up. It's not a big deal. I'll do that before turning it to copper, because hopefully by then we'll have enough raw iron. I should empty these out and just convert them while we're here. That way they're not taking up too much room in the furnace. Yeah, so I'm gonna go hunt for more veins. And I will be back, hopefully, with a decently sized update. I'm hoping to get the or just to get the Steam Dynamo before I close off this recording, because I'm just kind of pausing and unpausing this recording as I go, and it's not like an efficient way of doing things, but you know, I don't want it to get too long. I'm hoping maybe about 30 minutes if I'm fast about it. We'll see. But yeah, I'll be right back. Oh, not right back. For you, I'll be right back. For me, it'll be some ungodly amount of time. I am here to report that these glowing redstone veins are cool as shit. Like, I knew about it, but like, come on. Seriously? That's fucking unreal. That's so cool. Anyway, that's it. Okay, so we have our raw iron now, so that quest is done. So I'm gonna go through all the tools here while I'm here. I did find galena somewhere up there. I haven't gone to it yet. You saw me mining redstone, because if you pay close attention, we're gonna need it eventually. Because we're gonna need, I think it's redstone alloy. It's not redstone alloy, it's red alloy, I think, yeah. So it's red alloy that we make from smelting the dust, which we make from... Maybe I'm high. Is it redstone alloy? That looks like red alloy to me. Where in the hell do we make it then? Because we wouldn't have any of these yet, would we? Am I dumb? This redstone alloy, I think, is a... No, there is no redstone alloy. Yeah, redstone alloy is a GT&H thing, I think. We'd have to mixer it, which doesn't seem right. Okay, we'll find that out in a second. So let's get the tools out of the way. Let's get some of our fresh and hot iron and our hammer. So we're gonna need 2 of these for a file. I'm gonna grab this because we're gonna need sticks. It's another 2 for the saw. I'm just gonna get the saw out of the way because it's just easy. So we're gonna do file, and then this should be something. Let's see the way around. It'll be saw blade, and let's think here. Screwdriver is this. Wire cutter is 3 plates. It's 2 rods and a screw. So we need to do this hell. And then I'm just going to go here to make it, because I cannot memorize this recipe for the like the life of me. It's just not worth trying to memorize it. We've already gotten the mortar, and then the last one's the wrench, which I think is plates for this one. Some of them do need something to do plates. Yeah. And that's all of those. Okay. Okay, yeah, then I'm just dumb. Some of these are hidden. Looks like we do some steam production. Yeah, okay, so then it would be steam production to alloy smelter to get the red alloy. The glider. I don't think I'm going to be doing too much exploration, so I'm not going to bother with that too much. Potent is probably a thing I'm going to make, because I don't think it's hellishly nerfed. Which means I get to have fun with it. I'm going to make also... I'm going to make a GT axe, which I think is... Yeah, it's 2 plates and an ingot. So let's go ahead and do that, because tree felling is nice. And also being redone, have fun with that tech, because I know you love, just absolutely love tree felling. That's just everybody else. Let's go ahead and sleep. I will... Oh, with the copper I can finally make the copper furnaces, so we can get that out of the way. The bonuses between them aren't much, but once you actually have like the final versions, it makes a lot more sense that you go through the whole progression, just get it over with as soon as you can. It'll probably be beat out at some point, but for a while it is a decent amount of material throughput, and it's just kind of not worth doing all the ore processing too early on, because it'll be a headache, and you'll waste more time trying to process them than resources you'd produce over a period of time. So it's not really efficient in terms of material, but it is efficient in terms of time. And time is a thing you need to be efficient in, so it's not a thing you can just ignore. What did I say I was going to do? I feel stupid now because I don't remember. Oh, I didn't say I was going to do it, but I was making a soft mallet. Because we'll need one eventually. Anyway, I'll be back once I get lead and have these fully upgraded and all that. Okay, so calling me stupid, but I didn't realize this. We don't skip Steam Age. I'm a dumbass for thinking that we did. I'm probably not going to do crafting stations. I know that at some point we're going to have the whole, like, concrete thing. I'll probably just power through it because I'm stupid and don't really care. Also, does this? Oh, that would have been useful to know. Anyway. But yeah, so we have redstone now. I guess I could smell some of that while we're here. I'm probably only going to smell, like... Oh yeah, we also have lead and silver now. Not much. The silver will probably get us through what we need it to. Unfortunately, I think the next furnace type is silver. That's going to be expensive, so I might only do 2 of those. But for redstone, what we're probably going to do is we're just going to do 316 stacks. I'm going to get the silver done while I'm here, and I'm going to go get some... I'll do lead as well. I'm going to go get some tin, because we did find tin, I just didn't mine it. And then I'll have to go back out for more iron because I'm almost out. I might actually make a wrought iron mining hammer because I just have it here. Unlike the iron in its regular form, we do have magnetite's like right here. It's literally right down there. But yeah, so I'm gonna go get some of that tin and I will be back again. Okay, so we are back. I went through another mining hammer. As you can see, I used wrought iron for it, so I'm gonna have to do that. But I got a bit more iron, hopefully enough to last a bit longer than the last batch. We also got the tin and the tin we needed, so we have this quest completed, which means we can finally move on to a few other things. Now this just talks about cobalt. Really? Okay. Item pipes, which will be fun. I should also make potent at some point. I can actually make that now because I have the lead as well as tin and copper. I don't know if it would be too worth making right now. It's not like I'm... Well, yes, it would be. Because we're about to go into doing Steam. So that'll probably be a good idea. But for now, one thing we need to do is we need to make some bronze dust. So it's a 3-to-1 copper to tin ratio. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. I could have just split the stack to make that easier, but you know. Stupidity wins again, which also means I need to smelt some of this cobblestone to make another mortar. But yeah, so right now it's basically just a bunch of smelting, mining, repeat. At some point we'll get shit like micro miners and all that to do all that for us, but that's not for a minute. We'll do a lot of wow, voice crack. A lot of manual mining. I think you could technically craft an auto miner. I do not know if it's disabled, but it's not really the point of the pack. I think this is the A2 chapter. I think the early game is where we start to gear up for the microverse projector, because we don't have it here. Here is where we actually get it. So we go through all this crafting and all that. I think, yeah, we should be able to do some sort of automated mining beforehand. Yeah, there's stuff like these miners, which honestly aren't too bad. So we'll probably end up with a few of these, just because mining manually all the time gets a bit time consuming. Leaving a miner somewhere and then coming back and just supplying it with like fuel or batteries or something like that is honestly a lot easier. You don't have to think about it as much. And yes, I did use basically all of our silver after smelting for this. We can always get more silver, it's not like it's far away. But yeah, these go much faster, and then when we get gold, they'll go even faster again. So it's a nice upgrade. I figured it was worth it. Yeah, so now we can craft our first bronze. We can split it, some of these. And now we'll have our first bronze ingots. And our first goal is the steam solid fuel boiler. Which also requires bricks, something I have not gotten yet. Another thing we also need to get is we need to get a coke oven. Because we want treated wood so we can get infinite water as well. So we'll probably go grab a bit of sand and clay. We'll also make a brick wooden form. So take our saw and a plank, and then we need a knife, which I did not craft. We'll just do a flint one. Because honestly, why would I do a different one? There we go. And I'll go get some clay and all that, and I guess I can make an iron shovel, which I think is just, yeah. So we'll do, I guess I also need a file. I think it's hammer file? File hammer. And we'll have that now, and I'll just toss that out. Cool, so this is our bronze finally. I'll go ahead and make the 5 plates now while I am here. And then clay and sand are both nearby. I don't care too much about destroying the landscape. Eventually it'll all be destroyed anyway. I do plan on staying in this dimension. I do not like void dimensions. I could have gone to the overworld, but like, you lose some of the lore, right? Like, look at all the cities and stuff. Like, what was once here? What destroyed it? You know? Kind of interesting. Anyway, I will be back with all that.
Hello, I am back. So it's actually been a few hours. I didn't do anything, I just kind of slept the whole time. You can probably hear it in my voice that I was pretty much just sleeping the entire time. But we're starting some coke ovens. And I think the goal for this episode is to just quite honestly get the infinite water, get the coal boiler, or small steam solid fuel boiler, and get that set up, and we'll call it an episode there. Because my goal is to probably get out of this chapter in one episode, but honestly, that was a bit much of it was a bit ambitious. So that probably won't be happening, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go dig some more. I'm going to get all the coke oven bricks I need. We're gonna build our first coke oven, get some creosote, make the pump, which shouldn't be hard. All of this is fairly simple. And yeah, so I'll see you back when I am building the coke oven. Okay, so we have our first 2 bricks, our first 2 bronze plates. So this, alongside a furnace, which we can craft quite easily, because, hey, look at that, we have flint to do it. See? I'm a fortune teller. I can See into the future. Okay, so this should be, I think it was a hammer. No, it's a wrench, isn't it? Always different. So that is our first steam boiler. And that should... No, it wants a bronze ingot. Of course it does. Okay. So that is our first bronze boiler. Now, we're going to turn on chunk borders. I'm going to make sure that the recording doesn't pause doing that. My keybinds aren't very smart for pausing and unpausing recordings. It's a Shift F1, Shift F2, Shift F3, Shift F4. But F3G doesn't mind. So what we're probably going to do is I'm probably going to dig out more of this later. But we're probably going to level this corner here. So I'll go ahead and grab some dirt. We'll use dirt for now. Eventually we'll get into the like aesthetics and building of things. And the pump, I think the pump has some parameters it cares about. I don't fully remember, but I think it was biome based, but I don't think we can care too much about that. This entire area is kind of fucked. So we'll probably put the pump here, so this area will be reserved for the pump, and we will pump the water over to here. So we'll have this be the boiler, and we're gonna pump the steam out the back. We are not gonna buffer steam. I'm making that declaration now. No steam buffering. And we're gonna have the steam machines output to the top. We're not gonna be in this era for too long. Just looking at the quests, it looks like we make a few things. The steam grinder is going to be nice. It's going to be basically a free doubling, because it's just so fast because it does so many things in parallel. But yeah, so once we get the steam dynamo, we're essentially in LV. But we need to make red alloy first and conductive iron, both of which we currently could make, but we need to make an alloy smelter, and we also need all of these. So for now, we don't have that. We also have lots of our coke oven bricks, and so now I think what it wanted was, for the controller, it wants iron plates, so that's 8 iron. Hammer. It wanted a wrench in the middle, and so we're going to go through here, find the recipe if I'm not blind. There it is. We're gonna craft that, and it's gonna want us to get charcoal from logs, like up there, and we're going to use the creosote to make treated wood planks. So for now, I don't really care where this goes as long as it is up and working. So I'm just gonna build it right here. From memory, it is hollow. I say as I build it not hollow on accident. Get a wrench. That should form, yep. And so that is our first coke oven, and we're gonna start it off with some of the spare logs we have. If that's annoying, feel free to tell me. I kind of like the noise. I'm a big noise fan. I'm gonna move this coal down here. With that, I'm not gonna use this primarily for coals. I am going to use it almost exclusively to get the creosote oil for now. Eventually we might use it for coals. I don't really know, but coal is so easy. Like, we dug 2 sand pits over there to get the sand for the coke oven, and there's even more coal there, and it's like, if I could just dig it in mass quantities, there's no real reason to like wait for this to make charcoal. But yeah, so we need to wait for this to run 4 times to get the creosote oil we need to make treated wood planks. This is the wrong quest. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. I wish there was a, maybe there is a back button and I'm just stupid, but having to hit back manually bugs the shit out of me. Yeah, so we're gonna have to wait a bit for that. But yeah, so here's charcoal, which we will probably not use much of. I mean, I guess it would be kind of easy to use it for steel, but if we can just use... Yeah, if we could just use regular coal, that's nice. I might do coal coke. What I probably won't do is the wrought iron recipe. It's faster in a primitive blast furnace. But if we just do a lot of steel production all at once, it won't really matter. And then eventually we'll get the full blast furnace, or full blast furnace, my ass. We'll get the electronic blast furnace, which this isn't really fast, but it's far cheaper, requires no coal, and is a bit more realistic to how, well, no, they're both realistic, but this is one of the ways, obviously, to do reduction of iron in blast furnace, like a direct reduction, getting rid of all the carbon to get low carbon steel. But yeah, don't ask me to explain anything about steel, I will kill you. But yeah, so we've got that running. I'm gonna go ahead and I won't pause just to wait for that. So we'll get that, and we'll get our first treated planks. And I'll show you that happening. And then we're gonna need more than that, I think, to make the primitive water pump. So I'm probably going to show us getting the first ones, and then I'll probably go ahead and wait till later to show off the rest of it. But we also need planks, actually, because I'm very smart to think ahead, except for this kind of scenario. Oh wow, did not expect it to do all of that. Like this. And we could use the saw to make this easier. I don't want to waste durability on a saw for... I mean, it would be double yield, but it's just not worth my time. So yeah, there's our first treated wood planks. That's the coke oven quest done. And I'll see you back when we have the rest of the stuff to make the pump, and then I will show us making the fluid pipes so that we can have this boy running off of infinite water. And very quick note, if possible, I will use as few EIO conduits as I can. I know that the main power production into this pack is from sources that are not GTC-EU. So we're going to be using energy conduits, obviously. But if I can get away with item pipes and fluid pipes, I will do it. Just because I can. So yeah, feel free to expect me to go through that, and I will see you in a bit. Okay, welcome back. So we have everything necessary for the pump, the water pump. These have been running fairly well. There's some creosote oil and charcoal in them, obviously, and we're just gonna leave them for now. But yeah, so if I remember, it's supposed to be built... The output hatch goes here, and the control block goes wherever. I don't think it matters. And it's supposed to... Oh, shit. It's supposed to be... something like that. Apparently, I am not very smart. Make it like bench. As you can see, I've been doing a lot of crafting. By the way, I want to show this. This has the annoying brick recipe where you have to use a water bucket. I just figured I'd show that. I'm gonna pick this up real quick and just... Up output hatch. Yeah, that looks right to me.
But this isn't complete. Well, one thing I do want to do, real quick, is I want to build this the other way around so that this area comes out there so it can be lined up properly. But, yeah, I don't know why that was improper. Maybe I'm just being stupid about it. We'll find that out, I guess. So instead of being there, it's gonna go here. I'm gonna place this last. I don't think it matters where this goes. Okay, so if we're building it like this, then the controller would go here. Then we would do... Oh, shit. Do this. Okay, so now it formed. It's 1,000 liters per second. Okay, yeah, no, that's not even like close to a worry. So we're gonna pump this through here into the top of this, so we'll make a few more wood fluid pipes. We're gonna do regular fluid pipes. I lied, we're not gonna do regular ones. We're gonna do large ones. It's only 6 liters a tick, but that is 60 liters a tick. That is 60 times 20. 6 times 2 is 120, so that's 1,200. Second, that's not a big issue. Boom. Yeah, that's plenty of water a second. Like, that's not even close to an issue. We could shutter these. I'm pretty sure like every version worth its salt now has that. I'm gonna break the structure for a second to actually do proper shuttering. And then that'll just form again, it'll be no issue. So yeah, now we have our first solid fuel boiler and a water pump, as well as 2 coke ovens. So I'm gonna call it there, so I can play something else for the rest of the night. Also we have more coal. I might do a bit of mining between episodes. I don't think anybody cares too much. If you do care, feel free to let me know. If there's anything else you think would improve your viewing experience, please feel free to let me know. I probably won't do everything everybody suggests just for ease of my own sanity. I do this for fun. I don't do it for money or fame or anything. People just said it would be interesting to watch, so I decided to do it. And no, you cannot bully me into playing other things. I will probably beat the shit out of you. And that'll be that. So I will see you next time.